Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesdays with Harvinder Narula on BW Wellbeing World. My guest today is a dynamic gentleman called Shoaib. Shoaib is a fitness expert, trained in martial arts, and then turned into a dance choreographer. He has to his credit a Guinness Book of World Record for dancing 50 hours continuously, something that was organized by MTV in the year 2000. He got trained in dance, watching MTV and other channels, learning moves and grooving to the music that he was listening and watching. He now conducts workouts and dance choreography, focusing on corporates and gyms. He also trains those who wish to become a dance trainer or a choreographer. Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesdays, Shoaib. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today. Uh, Shoaib, how do you define yourself? Do you see yourself more of a fitness instructor or someone who's a choreographer?
Yeah, for now, if I talk about now, current situation, yeah, I see myself in both the characters actually. I started with dancing. I started with my favorite job, which is like dancing, and you know, a boy who's just dancing around and doing shows on stage and doing everything. I mean, related to all this music world. But now the time has changed. What I've seen all these years, uh, the whole world is actually facing this thing, which completely the health wise. So basically, what dance is actually it's an exercise only.
Right.
It's a music based exercise. We call it an aerobics. Actually, it started with aerobics. All started with aerobics. We turned it into a dance and all these things. It's like a long history. But now from last few years, I have seen it like people are actually they're living their lives with their favorite work and everything, but somewhere they're losing their health. So what I did is I turned everything into a fitness now.
Got
Uh,
it.
let's say like, if we talk about dance, uh, of course, no, not everyone can dance.
Mhm.
It's of course it's a little hard task. You have to go through so many things if you want to be a dancer and a choreographer. Now I'm a choreographer now, but yeah. So what I thought like that I should bring something quite an easy thing for everyone so that everybody can uh, move a little bit, do something best for their own physique for body, which is
Yeah.
really important. So I turned a little few things into fitness. Let's say it's a dance workout, a basic dance workout, leg movement and hand movement, right? All these kind of things. So you can call it the fitness. I mean, you can call it a part of fitness as well.
Got it. So you're
Dance.
basically marrying the concept of dance with the purpose of being fit.
Exactly. That's what my
Awesome.
motive is. That's it.
Awesome. And Shoaib, unlike most people in the business or the profession that you are in, they are heavily into social media, digital media, promoting themselves. You have always appeared to be someone who's shy, who stayed away from promoting yourself and, online or otherwise. Is there a reason why you did that, or is it just who you are?
You can say like this is what I am. I'm not that social media kind of person, and I'm not that person that I just go and show about me like what I have. And I mean, it's kind of I don't know. I feel it that maybe it's like kind of I'm showing off. So when I dance, when I go anywhere now, also I've been dancing for a long time. So I feel little shy that I know everything about dance. I can do whatever. You just name it, I can do that form. But when I see people around me and I see that they don't know the dancing, they feel shy too, and they feel conscious. So I feel like, oh man, I should not do such things that
Okay.
they feel. And I'm kind of a shy, you can say, born and brought up like this.
But tell me one thing. I mean, since we are talking about well-being, are you someone who would consider himself to be an introvert?
uh, Not exactly. But
Okay.
yeah, and, now we're living in this world. Oh, my cat, sorry.
No.
And so, uh, Not exactly, but yes, I am kind of. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not in that character. Sometimes I am, but it is like that. Yeah.
So, the reason I ask you, Shoaib, is that someone who's shy, who's not, outgoing when it comes to media, uh, have you ever felt that, you are not able to express yourself to other people as easily as you would want to? And dance helps you do that. Do you think dance helps people express themselves to the world?
It does. 200% sure it does. I mean, uh, one should actually come and try this. Like, I'm also, like, I've done a couple of times. Like, I've been in, see it, you cannot run around, I mean, run away. Like, when I go for the show, when I go for such things, and I have to face the media also, and I have to face social media and everything. So, one should try this about the dance and all these things, because when you dance and when you go on stage or when you go on the floor and do it anywhere, so you can feel that you can actually, you don't have to say everything verbally, but with your action you can speak a lot, with your smile you can speak a lot, with your this positivity you can speak a lot. And that is one thing about dance, that if you try just for a few minutes, a few half an hour or something, then you can actually feel it, that you don't have to all the time speak, but through your performance and through your body movements, you can speak a lot. You can tell a lot things. I mean, it's incredible. Something it's really incredible. I don't know who actually invented this art, that you don't have to be verbal all the time. Just do few artwork, do few movements with your hand and body, and people will definitely smile back, and they'll appreciate. They will understand. So there's a story behind everything. Like if you go for this theater and all these things, you see their movements and their functions, how they are doing it. So, and people are watching it, the audience is watching it, and they appreciate it. They understand that, okay, this is what's going on the stage. This is what they're trying to, show. This is something which is incredible.
Right.
And so this is, I mean, outstanding. I'm telling you.
So, you've trained people in India, you've trained people overseas. I know you went to Dubai, you did something there, you went to some other parts of the world as well.
Yeah.
Can you share some example of someone who found their form of expression through dance movements?
Yeah, remember I was in Russia, and I was doing a couple of classes there, and there was a group. I mean, I was actually taking a lot of classes in there, so I was the only Indian there that I was teaching. So there's one group of females, and they were like a little obese, and they wanted to do something, but not a dance actually, because for them it was uh, not good, because they were like quite heavy. It was a small group, so I conducted a special class for them, and it was really really awesome. And the class was about only about a body balance. It's a and that was such an incredible class. I just did it for the first time, and they were like tears in their eyes that they could do that actually, because it was again, it is not that easy thing, but it looks very easy, but it again it's easy also. So it's a perspective, how do you see that? So it was just for 30 minutes or 40 minutes class, and it was all about a body balance. It's about mind and body connection. So they were like very disturbed at one point, and after the class, for good 5-10 minutes, it was like silence.
Right.
And I could, I mean, feel it, and they were like also. It was like a quite silence, and we were like just looking at each other, and there were like tears in the eyes. That's what I was trying to tell them, that this is something incredible. You can do it with your own self. Try to
Mhm.
find your own self. see what you are actually getting into, on what you can go to other side as well. There's a
Right.
right, there's a left, there are two ways. There's something which people not have seen about. They don't know much about their own self.
Right.
They can see, they can feel it.
Yeah. So what I hear is it's not just about connecting with the outside world or with people outside. It is also kind of delving inside of yourself and finding a connect with your own self,
Yeah.
and get over the boundary of fear that we kind of mark around ourselves कि हम ये कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते हैं.
Mhm.
It just helps you cross that, makes you
It
more
is.
confident, if I can say that. Is
Yes,
that
yes, it
correct?
does.
Right.
It does. It does. That's what.
Right.
That's what helps.
And you have been working closely with the corporates now. You're doing this for corporates. I've heard a lot of people going and doing fitness sessions with corporates, or doing movements with corporates, but doing dance movements as a form of fitness. How has it been received by the corporate world in India?
Oh, from last couple of few years, like it's going really, really great actually. And people are taking initiative, and all these corporate world is coming forward. A lot of good companies, like I've been working with them, and it actually helping them a lot. And because see, I said that if you keep on working, and if you don't play a little bit, so it's not a justice. So and in terms of the performance, like I have seen it, and in fact those their bosses and their CEOs, they have seen it, the performance wise, they feel happy, and they feel energetic, they feel positive. All these things comes with it when you play. And if you don't play, it doesn't matter whether you're a kid, you're a teenager, you're a man, you're whatever age is. Age, for me, age is just a number. Age is actually just a number. I have a couple of people who are like 70 also, 75 also. They come to my class. I have people who are like 18, 20, 21 also. It doesn't matter. They just all together, they just enjoy it. And that is what the motive. And I've seen it. And these corporate world also, the people have who have taking initiative. They're doing this classes regularly, and they can see the benefits. So this is one thing I've been saying from so many years, that uh, for just for an hour, within, in let's say in a week, once in a week, or 10 days in a week, you should do that. You should be a part of this world as well. When we are part of this world, we should be a part of this world also. This is such a sweet world. It's everybody's, हम हमारे सबके अंदर एक बच्चा है, उसको जिंदा रखना है. But that's what I want to say. If you have that kid alive, you are alive. But if that kid is not alive, I'm sorry, it's just a body. It's kind of a robot, and it's a robotic world.
Right. Yeah, this is very interesting. I mean, the perspective that you're bringing out is that, when you do something at the corporate, it's not just about keeping yourself fit or trying to help your employees become, energetic.
Uh,
The energy is an outcome of not just fitness, but also keeping yourself happy. And dance brings that pleasantness in them. And
yes.
you've seen that it has impacted the productivity in the companies that you have.
Lot, lot, lot.
Awesome.
That is actually helping. I've done it at BSF, and I've done other Max Hospital, and I mean a lot of other places, the corporates, and I'm doing it right now also, and the DLF and other so many companies. But what I had seen is, yes, they're really looking for, these people are actually looking for, they really wanted. And I have this last BSF was really, really amazing. They wanted me to be there all the time after that class, and I was like so sorry that I had to come back. But that's what I was trying to tell them, that see, look at them now, look at their faces, look at their energy, the positivity, as if they have just joined, right? As a new employee, who comes and who promises you that I'm gonna take this company to the next level. That kind of a positivity comes when you give this kind of activity. And a dance and music is something, it always gives you kind of a happiness from inside. You want to do it, you want to play it more, you want to just dance more once you started dancing. It's
Right.
a beautiful act. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful.
It brings about the
Oh, all the
joyfulness. in the
Yes.
in the person.
As, as,
Awesome.
as I as I just mentioned, if the kid is alive inside you, you are alive. And
Awesome.
that kid has to be as long as you're alive. You have to pamper that kid inside you that, yes, I can do that. This is a part of me also. At one point, I was like this. I can do it right now also.
So, Shoaib, if I remember correctly, you started dancing when you were 12 years old or something.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah. And when you wanted to turn this into your profession, how supportive were your parents?
Oh, yes, that's an interesting thing. When I started this, and we were the only dance group at that time in Delhi NCR. And my parents are like, they're sweethearts. And I was honest with them. I told my father that I wanted to be a choreographer, and it's for him it was like, what is that? I said it's something related to music and dance, and I wanted to teach. I want to teach people. I want to teach. It's an art actually, and I explained it the way I could. That I did that. But yes, and initially they were like, no, how much you're gonna earn, and all these things which comes, here, and all these kind of points were there. They're regular points that what is the future for that, what is all these things. And I was like, the future is really really beautiful because it is about related to your own body, father. So I was telling my father that this is that it is really really nice thing because it's related to your own physique, and when you're healthy and happy you can do a lot of things. And I think I'm capable enough of doing all this, and I have something inside me, in my blood, you can say. I'm gifted with this dance and music, so I should pursue this. So I started doing it, and after a while, I mean, it took some time to explain and you know uh, convince them that, like, yes, this is a really really good job. And then once it happened, and then they were like, my father was like, okay, let's go ahead, no problem. Let's see where it goes and how it goes. So after a while, it really went up, and he was quite happy that it's a really good thing, and my son is doing a good thing, and people are happy to see him. People are happy to welcome him because they want to be happy. It's like a happy work. So he's
Right.
like, oh, son, just go ahead.
Right. Awesome. I mean, parents being supportive of uh, professions which are more related to art, uh, with the very right intent, they're a little concerned that, is this going to be a good profession for my child? Is this going to be a good, uh, fulfilling financially, to support the child later in their life?
Mhm.
For the benefit of those who wish to build a career in choreography, what is your take on your decision in terms of the business of choreography, the business of dance? What is it that you would want to say to the children of today who wish to build a career in choreography?
Uh, I would say that first, of course, this is one of the good professions. I can say. Secondly, they have to kind of design it. They need to understand their own audience as well. It is not, if I am a dancer, I can dance for I don't know how many hours I can dance. It is not that. It is not me. It is about my audience, my clients, my members. I need to make them dance. I need to make them happy and fit. So the programs should be designed in such a way that everybody can do it, and or your particular audience can do it. Like I have different audience. One audience is like totally uh, different level of energy level, and the other one is totally different. The other one is totally different. I have different kind of groups. So one should know how to design the program. One should know how to design the choreography, and how to conduct it, how to choose the music, right? How to interact with their own people, because when the members when the people are standing in front of you, they're already conscious, and now you have to connect with each one of them, and through your energy and through your whatever, but you have to connect
Right.
something through something. If you were there in front of me, I could just pass on this message without saying this, that yes sir, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. Just be here, give me 100%. That kind of program, you have to design it, and you have to look after all these points, so
Right.
that you can, you I mean, it is then you be, of course, be the best in this field. Now there's a competition, of course. A lot of people are coming forward for this job, for this work,
Right.
on them to just target these points.
Right. So you be the best. And also, what I hear you say is that it's not just about your knowledge of dance or your ability to dance, but to connect with the world, know how to conduct a workshop, know how to build a program around it, which is very, very important. Right.
Mhm. Yes.
Shoaib, you and I had a conversation earlier,
Mhm.
and you shared something about the instance when you got your first check
Yeah.
and when you went to your parents. It's such a powerful story. Why didn't you share it with our audience in terms of, because what happens is that uh, you said कि हर एक के अंदर एक बच्चा है और जिसको हमेशा अलाइव रखना चाहिए, but the value systems also evolve from your experiences. So can you share your experience as to what happened and what was your learning out of this experience when you
Uh,
got the first check?
that was a beautiful story. That was a beautiful, you can say, an episode. It happened in my life. I was quite a small, and it was my first show. And as I said, like my mom and my dad, like my parents are really, really awesome. And my father, especially, he used to teach me these values there and then, or in his own style. So I remember I got this first check, and I was dancing in one dance group, Planets, and I got it, and I was quite happy because there were a lot more dancers, and I got selected for the dance show. And those times we were dancing with all the celebrities like Sukhbir, Anamika, Subi was there, and Shivani Kashyap, and all these celebrities. It was quite a big thing for us. And I got selected, and I came back home. And after the show, after getting that check, but that show was my first show, which was uh, I was very happy, and I got some amount in my envelope, and I gave it to my father. And my father was like, he is always ready to teach me some good lessons, values, and he was like, okay. तो आई सेड लाइक डैडी मुझे ये शो के पैसे मिले, मेरा पहला शो है. और वो बोले कि अच्छा, आपका पहला शो है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. सो ये कैसे किया आपने? मैंने बोला I just worked so hard for this show, and I got selected, and then I got this opportunity to dance with other dancers and on the stage, and everybody's watching. It's such a nice feeling. And finally, I was kind of a best because I was standing on the first row, and first two rows are the best rows. They have to be remember all the choreography and the synchronization, and everything is there on their own shoulders. There's like, okay, ठीक है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, तो आपने बहुत मेहनत करी है, सर वर्कड हार्ड. सो ओके, ये आप दे दीजिए अपनी मदर को जाके. मैं अपनी मदर को दिया है. एंड देन इज लाइक कि ये जो आपने पूरा एक पूरा एक रूटीन किया है, आप यहाँ से गए, प्रैक्टिस करी, वापस आए, फिर गए, बैक एंड फोर्थ आप करते रहे. इसका मतलब ये है कि ये आपका हार्ड एंड मनी है, और मैं चाहूंगा यही हार्ड एंड मनी ही सिर्फ घर पे आए. कोई भी ऐसा पैसा ना हो जिसमें हल्का सा भी कोई कर्स हो या कुछ भी हो. तो मैं चाहूंगा कि जस्ट कीप ऑन डूइंग दिस, son, and get the same kind of money at home, so that we all should be blessed and happy. There shouldn't be any curse on any other money. So this money is actually belongs to you, and then you worked so hard. Just keep on doing it. और यही चाहिए हमें. That was in story.
No, this is really valuable, insight that you've shared, because uh, आज की डेट में when we are all running after creating a professional success, and the metric of success mostly for most people is money today. That how much do I get paid versus anyone else. It is important to understand that how have you got that money,
Yeah, that is really
So
important.
that is a very very important insight. Now, talking about the value systems, Shoaib, I also want to ask you. You have now evolved in your professional life to start now working with celebrities. I mean, you're working with some of the biggest names in the industry. Uh, what are some of the values you feel a person must demonstrate while working with celebrities? Because you sometimes get dragged into a very different lifestyle because we see what is being shown to us and we don't know what is going inside of those people or what are the values that they have. हम उसी से इनामल हो जाते हैं जो हमें बाहर से दिख रहा होता है। तो
Mm.
हर इंसान को जो एक किसी सेलिब्रिटी के साथ काम करता है उसको क्या चीजों की क्या वैल्यू सिस्टम्स इम्बाइब करके रखने चाहिए सो दैट ही इज ग्राउंडेड।
Uh, so when we work with the celebrities and there's a thing कि हम लोग जब काम करते हैं तो वो ऐसा नहीं है कि सेलिब्रिटीज कॉन्शियस नहीं होते, वो होते हैं। डांस अपने में एक ऐसी आर्ट है कि आदमी सोचता है कि पहला सवाल आता है कि मैं कैसा लग रहा हूँ, मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ, मैं अच्छा लगूंगा या नहीं लगूंगा, मैं अच्छी लग रही हूँ, लगूंगी या नहीं लगूंगी। ये सवाल तो नॉर्मली होते ही हैं। और डांस होते ही का वर्ड आते ही आदमी को एक अजीब सा घबराहट होने लगती है। ऐसा है, हमारे लिए भी सेम होता है। जैसे कोरियोग्राफी के लिए इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो हु इज द आर्टिस्ट एक्चुअली। तो अगर सडनली किसी को लगता है कि ओके ये एक ऐसा ये है, ये शूट है या फलाना फलाना ऐसे ऐसे है, और एक आर्टिस्ट है जो कि यू कैन से ऋतिक रोशन है, तो एक कोरियोग्राफर के लिए बहुत ही मजा आ जाता है उसको, क्योंकि उसको लगता है आई कैन डू सो मेनी थिंग्स विद दोस। तो क्रिएटिव वर्क है ये, और क्रिएटिव वर्क में इंसान कोरियोग्राफर अलग 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 पर्सपेक्टिव से सोच रहा होता है। तो इसमें सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट ये भी होता है, ये देखना होता है कि सिर्फ मैं ही नहीं, मेरे हिसाब से ये पूरी जो टीम है जो काम कर रही है वो कितनी कंफर्टेबल रहनी चाहिए, वो कर पाए। ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं उनसे डायरेक्टली एक्सपेक्ट करने लगूं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आता है आई एम ए डांसर, आई एम अ कोरियोग्राफर, it's just a normal thing for me. I can do things, but
Right.
not they cannot actually. So I have to be very humble and calm, and I have to teach them step by step, and कैसे करना है, पहले उनकी साइकोलॉजी समझनी है मुझे, राइट? फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंगली मुझे करना है, जो मैं करता ही हूँ वैसे। आई ऑलवेज गो, जो मेरे अपने क्लाइंट्स हैं, जो मेरे मेंबर्स हैं, जो मेरे वो आते हैं, तो मैं आई गो अकॉर्डिंगली। I don't want them to just do what I'm teaching them. It's not that. I look at them first. I understand their no the chemistry. There should be a chemistry between us. वो क्या important है? Are they comfortable? So I have to make them comfortable first. Make them understand this is nothing. It's just peanuts, nothing. And these kind of things, which is the basic one. ये basic आती करने के लिए। मेरी टीम होगी तो उनको भी समझाना कि just don't worry about it. Go step by step. And this is how you do it. This is we have to, हमें इस तरीके से इसको अचीव करना है। ये पूरे आर्टिस्ट हैं, ये ऐसा है, ऐसे ऐसे काम करना है। सो एक पूरे के सब लोगों को एक साथ में ऐसे लाके you have to make a one team, फिर वो आगे होता है।
Right.
This is one hard thing.
Awesome. I mean, Shoaib, this just reinforces my thought that whatever profession you are in, whatever work you do, at the end of the day, you are dealing with people. And
Yeah.
you must understand that, how to deal with people, how to bring them together. Like you said, build a team and bring that comfort zone so that, everybody is working and are able to bring out the best potential in the other person. It's not about you. आपको तो अपना काम पता है.
हाँ,
So brilliant. I mean, this is really nice. Shoaib, there are a lot of things that you've done in your life, and there's a lot that you have achieved. We don't talk about it. So let me bring this out. Uh, you won the Guinness Book. You got yourself a presence in the Guinness Book of World Record for dancing for 50 hours continuously,
yes.
and this was in the year 2000. Do you believe in law of attraction? And if so, uh, you have an example of how this has worked in your life. Did law of attraction work towards helping you uh, get what you want and be a part of the Guinness Book of World Records? Can you share your story?
Yeah, I totally. I mean, there's a law of attraction is there, of course. It's it was a beautiful thing again. I was just my dance troupe. We were just started dancing. So I was just talking to one of my friends, a group partner. I was just telling him that if we get the opportunity to become famous, and once we'll be famous, I was actually talking about myself to him. I want to be famous. I want everybody to just recognize me, and then I can take this art to the next level. And I take everybody. My aim was to take all the dancers to the next level, because we were facing that situation at that time, which was breaking us. And हम रोज खड़े होते थे और रोज गिरते थे, क्योंकि वो एक सोच के चक्कर में, वो एक सोच थी, हमें गिराती थी, हम अपनी सोच के लेके खड़े होते थे, फिर वो सोच गिराती थी, फिर हम अगले दिन खड़े होते थे, और वो करते रहे हम बहुत साल तक. तो आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग, वी वर जस्ट वॉकिंग एंड देयर इन द मार्केट, आई वाज टेलिंग हिम कि एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जिस दिन कुछ ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगी कि मैं कुछ ऐसा करूंगा जिसमें मैं सबको साथ लेके जाऊं. मैं ये दिखा देना चाहता हूं कि ये एक्चुअली बहुत खूबसूरत काम है, और इसमें प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस नहीं है, इसमें सिर्फ प्रॉफिट है. वो प्रॉफिट ऐसा है कि वो आपके खुद का बॉडी को लेके है. जो क्योंकि हमने दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा चीजें सीखी हैं, चाहे हमने पढ़ाई करी, हमने कहीं भी किया, तो हमने प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस सीखा है. हमने ये नहीं सीखा कि हमारे पास एक जिस्म है, एक बॉडी है, जिसको हमें उसका भी ध्यान रखना है. तो ये भी एक अलग वो है. तो आई वाज टेलिंग हिम कि एक दिन आएगा. तो मुझे कुछ टाइम बाद एक आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी फ्रॉम MTV, and these people were making this Guinness World Record for the longest dance party. And me and my friend, we just went there and we filled a form. So the form, and then we were like, okay, I guess we should be a part of this event. We could get a certificate and all. So there was a couple of few what do you call, rules and regulations were there, and the last line was there, if you die, so we are not responsible. So I was, because we were like kids, and we were like looking to each other and like, are we going to die in this? And we were asking this question to the people there. Like, no, it is for the 50 hours longest dance party. You're not supposed to relax, and you have to dance it for about 50 hours, and then you get only 2-3 breaks and 50 hours. So if you're not physically fit and mentally fit, again, it's mentally and physically both, you're not fit, then you cannot do this, and you might collapse, and then anything can happen. So we were like, okay, whatever we need to, we just got this opportunity. So I signed it, and we went for that. Yeah, there were like, I don't know, 1,000 of people, and hardly they selected 160 or 165, 170, something like that. And we were like all looking to each other that, oh man, इतने सारे लोगों को हरा के ये लोग आए हैं. सब लोग एक दूसरे को अप्रिशिएट ही कर रहे थे ना, उस नजर से देख रहे थे, वाओ मैन. लेकिन अब कोई भी ये नहीं सोच रहा था अब कौन जीतेगा, क्योंकि सारे दी बेस्ट आए हुए थे. सो ऊपर वाले का शुक्र था और गॉड का कि मैं करता चला गया और लास्ट तक मैं कर गया, एंड आई वॉन द फर्स्ट प्राइज. एंड क्योंकि लोग, we were in the competition, the whole Bollywood was there for 3 days, 2.5 days, and the whole world was there. The people from abroad was there, the massive big console and everything. I could see all the stars which we used to see on the TV, so they were in front of my eyes. But at the same time, we were in the competition because jahan hamara chal raha tha, we had all the doctors, everything was nicely managed, very nicely managed, because they knew what's going to happen. We will definitely collapse. We will definitely be hospitalized because we are not allowed to stop. We were stopping after 6.5 or 7 hours, I guess, 6 hours, just for 15-20 minutes. And then we have to start again. So, but last mein hamare paas kuch hi log bache the. I mean, I don't nicely remember because it was all blurry. We were just like this, and I was just dancing, and we could see like this. जैसे लाइक ऐसा लाइक ओहो सब लोग जा चुके, ऑलमोस्ट 7-8-10 लोग बचे शायद. And from there, like suddenly this got over, and then they announced my name. I couldn't hear my name also. I was like this, almost like this. So they announced it, and they with the help of a couple of people, they took me on the stage and then they announced it. And all I saw is like that. I was just looking at it and I was actually crying because this whole massive world and Bollywood and all the stars and everyone was there. We just got the first opportunity. It was a beautiful scene. I'll never forget that. I can never. That's something unimaginable for me. Then
Uh,
I did that, and that's how I like made a record, and then got the first prize, and finally I made it.
right. But I know one fact of yours. I mean, if I can just not let it remain private anymore, that you have a connect with God. You speak to God,
Yeah.
right? And you had spoken to God before that, and and I know that you seek His permission, and before you do anything.
Yes, sir.
So the law of attraction comes from there. But another thing, very important thing that comes out of what you just shared is that it is not just about visualizing. It is not just about wishing. It is about working towards it to make it happen. So you have the conviction that comes out of the law of attraction that helps you take action to actually turn that into a reality.
Mm.
So that's what I hear. And let's talk about your personal life.
Yeah.
You know, uh, you are with Anchal,
Yes.
and Anchal is a cancer survivor. You
Yeah.
know, and you knew about it prior to you being with her. You
Yeah.
know, so my question to you is, what went in your mind that gave you the conviction that you could give her the strength to live her life the way she lives today? You know, so
Yeah.
what was going on in your mind? And you can share about your conversation with God there.
It is again we are related to God. I have a very good relationship with the God, and that's all because of my father and mother. And he said like I want to start from there. What my father taught me first, that if you want to be in a good relationship with the God, you just have to first be patient. Keep patience, and you don't be in hurry. First, if you want it your way, you can go your way. But if you want God's way, you need to be calm and patient. So I said, okay. So that's how it started. So eventually, after so many years, I've seen whenever, like, if you, I just talk about that Guinness World Record, I just said this happened. Like this only, I have said so many things from my heart, and it happened actually. And it's all because of this that it is that the God said, like, okay, I'll give you the way I want. मैं दूंगा अपने तरीके से जो तुम्हें चाहिए. तुम्हें जो चाहिए वो मिलेगा, लेकिन मेरे तरीके से. या तो वो मान लो या मुझे मान लो. तो अपने आप जाओगे तो तुम्हें वो चीज मिलेगी. मेरे से जाओगे, मेरे से समझ के जाओगे तो वो चीज भी मिलेगी और एहसास भी मिलेगा. ठीक है. तो मैं हमेशा इसलिए कामनेस में जाता था. तो व्हेन आई मेट आंचल, it was again a quite nice good story. I was in Dubai going to Canada, and वो cancel होके I came back to India. I met Achal, and Achal is someone who's I cannot describe her in one or two words. She's incredible. She's one human being that अब कह सकते हैं कि प्रोडक्शन बंद हो गई है. है हमारे पास बहुत कम ऐसे लोग हैं, लेकिन बहुत कम है. और मैं चाहता हूँ हम सब बन सकते हैं. हमारे सबके अंदर वो पोटेंशियल है, लेकिन सिर्फ ये कि गॉड के साथ रिलेशनशिप अच्छा बनाएंगे तो वो ऐसा इंसान बन भी जाता है. Achal is one girl who was like when I came back and I met her, and she was going through a cancer treatment, and I met her, and I of course proposed her at that time, and she thought that I'm kind of a disturbed person, I guess, who who gives this such kind of an offer or proposal and all these things. So, like I said, like I'm not a profit and I don't never always think about profit and loss. I always just go with my heart and my feelings. So I just went and I tell her that you are a really incredible person, and she was like doing her dealing with her own problems and doing meals of happiness. And she's running an NGO, incredible NGO, and feeding so many kids at every single day. Then that's how I met her and I proposed her, and she thought like I'm a mad guy, I'm an unstable because she's going through an treatment cancer, and I'm proposing her at the time. So she was like, she thought like कि लगता है मुझे इनसे आराम से बात करनी पड़ेगी, ये समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं. तो I was like, नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. And I was like, I'm an artist and I go with my heart and my feelings, and I understood one thing that this is just life. This is life to just travel nicely, enjoy, and make others happy, make the best out of it, and should be a meaning and should be something. कोई आप ये कहते हैं ना, आप ही आप हो तो क्या कहते हैं, एक जैसे शेर, हम ही हम हैं तो क्या हम हैं, तुम ही तुम हो तो क्या तुम हो. तो
क्या बात है.
तो उसमें ये है कि तो मेरी मदर कहती है कि हम इस दुनिया में एक पर्पस के लिए आए हैं. वो पर्पस ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ मेरा पेट, मेरा घर, मेरे घर वाले, मेरे फादर, मेरी मदर, मेरा भाई, मेरी बहन, मेरा सब कुछ नहीं. उसमें पापा ने मेरे चेंज करवा दिया, हमने कर दिया.
क्या बात.
हमारा घर, हमारे लोग, हमारे दोस्त, हमारे नेबर्स, हमारी फैमिली, हमारे सब कुछ, हमारी दुनिया. तो ऐसा हो गया.
बिल्कुल.
ऐसे ही मैंने आंचल को बोला कि मैं हम में लेके चलता हूँ, मैं नहीं लेके चलता, इसलिए बात है. तो वो एक चीज ऐसी हुई थी कि बड़ी, जब मैं आंचल से मिला तो मैंने देखा कि आंचल is already running the meals of happiness and doing such a great thing in life, and she's feeding so many kids every single day. And then eventually हमारी chemistry अच्छी हुई, and then we are together now.
Awesome.
She saw it. ना मैंने उसको भी टाइम लगा कि उसको लगा शायद दूसरे प्लैनेट से आया है, समझ नहीं रहा है. लेकिन eventually everything went very well. और आंचल ने इतनी सारी चीजें अचीव भी की हैं. Again, she is the same kind of person, like the way I am. This is what I asked for. I got it.
Got it.
Again, the same thing. I asked this from God, and this time verbally. Okay, यही same चीज करा मैंने verbally. I need a good partner in life, really good. God, what should I do and all that. See, seriously, it was going on, and I was in Dubai, and I came back and I told her, ये एक्चुअली में हुआ और फिर से यही हुआ. इसकी बस यही शर्त है, बस आपको दिल से ईमानदार.
You know, the learning from your story is that जो चीज दिल से चाहोगे, राइट इंटेंशन से पाने की कोशिश करोगे, वो चीज आपको भगवान देगा. लेकिन जैसे आपने बोला, वो अपने तरीके से देगा.
अपने तरीके.
सो वी हैव टू बी इन अ स्टेट ऑफ.
इसमें एक और चीज थी जिसमें मैंने अगेन गॉड से ये बोला था. तो जब आंचल से बात हुई तो आंचल ने बोला, नहीं, आई एम गोइंग थ्रू दिस ट्रीटमेंट एंड इट्स अ वेरी क्रिटिकल वन, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स गोना हैपन. तो मैंने बोला, एक सेकंड, मैं गॉड से बात करके आता हूँ. तो शी थॉट, गॉड से बात करके आता हूँ, ये क्या कह रहा है. तो इस टाइम फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने किसी को बोला है, उन्होंने आंचल को बोला. नॉर्मली आई डोंट से ना. तो मैं आई हैव अ गुड रिलेशनशिप विद द गॉड. तो मैं फिर से गया, आई सैट विद गॉड एंड आई सेड लाइक, शी इज अ रियली नाइस ह्यूमन बीइंग गॉड, एंड she's going through with this problem. आपको तो पता ही है सब कुछ है. As I'm actually talking, and after 3 days I'm coming back, I'm saying कि मुझे ऐसी सी feeling आई है. God said, you'll be fine, you'll be better, and you'll be okay. There is something.
नहीं, बिल्कुल. I mean, what I was trying to say is that, there is a state of surrender. आपकी complete faith हो जाती है कि जब भगवान ने बोला है तो होगा. ठीक है. And with this, I'd like to end the conversation here with this note that, जब हम भगवान से बात करते हैं और full faith होती है कि वो जो चीज हम मांग रहे हैं हमें मिलेगी. अब कब मिलेगी, किस तरीके से मिलेगी, but वो मिलेगी. That not only helps you do what your father said, that, patience रखो, but it also gives you the strength and the conviction to keep persevering for it. आप क्विट नहीं करते हो, आप छोड़ नहीं देते, क्योंकि आपको विश्वास है कि वो मिलेगी. ठीक है, और जब तक नहीं मिलेगी लगे रहो, ठीक है ना. So that is a very, very powerful message. And second thing is that, you have to, whatever you do, especially in the creative field, when जब आपको सक्सेस मिलती है तो बहुत फेम भी मिलती है आपको, पॉपुलैरिटी, फेम के साथ पॉपुलैरिटी मिलती है. पीपल स्टार्ट recognizing you, people start you know bestowing the best onto you. You need to have a sense of responsibility to continue to follow the value systems that have got you there, especially when you're dealing with celebrities. जो आपने बोला कि हमें उस इंसान को समझना है ताकि हम उसको हेल्प कर सकें, ताकि वो बेस्ट परफॉर्म कर सकें. यू आर helping them perform, but you have to understand them at a human level. So that is a very big takeaway. Third is create and focus on creating a fulfilling life, and not just for yourself but for the others. And जब आपने, मैं बात कर रहा था कि what is there a message for the young people who want to become a choreographer, or how does one become a professional choreographer? So it's not just about learning the art. It is not about you dancing the best. It is also about how do you train the other people, and for that you need to go beyond that and understand how do you create a program, how do you turn that into something which is sustainable. And that is a very big message for people who wish to build their career in dance and choreography. And जैसे आपकी मदर ने बोला, एक पर्पस होना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि वो पर्पस आपको ड्राइव करता है. That's my understanding, that एक पर्पस होता है तो आपको ड्राइव करता है. And like, a lot of people quote that your passion and purpose should be such that it pushes you to do things even when nobody is paying you for it.
Exactly.
So what a beautiful conversation, what a beautiful journey, Shoaib. I just wish and I hope that you get over your shyness and share these pearls of knowledge with the world, so that they can learn from what you are doing and how you are doing it. So thank you so much for taking out time to speak with us on BW Wellbeing World.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.